All right, let's do it. We head to the 7th inning with a 1-0 Iowa State lead over the Kansas Jayhawks in the final regular season game of the season, not only in the Big 12, but at Orocha Ballpark. Everybody, I'm Kyle Mathas. I'm joined by Brock Niemeyer, and Kansas. Who knows what they're thinking right now? Who knows what's going on in their heads? They leave the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th. It was just a track race to the bag between Sarah Rozak and Carly Spellhog. And Carly Spellhog, the Iowa State first baseman, won the track race to get the third out. 7 hits for the Cyclones, 5 for the Jayhawks. It's 1-0 Iowa State. Katie Brooks stays in the circle to pitch. And the first pitch gets in there for a strike to Sarah Tyree, the 7th batter in the order for the Cyclones. Kansas, a common theme this season, unfortunately for them, has been leaving runners on base not able to score. But they would like to keep this game a 1-0 game heading into the 7th as Tyree fouls this one off the back netting, and it's 0-2. One thing we saw yesterday was Iowa State leading 6-5. They led by a run heading into the 7th, and they scored an insurance run to make it 7-5 and put themselves up by 2. Will they maybe do something similar like that here in the top of the 7th today? Tyree lines this one up the middle, and it goes in through the gap straight to Shayna Espy at center, and it's going to be a leadoff base hit for Sarah Tyree, and the Cyclones are in business here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, good piece of hitting that time with 2 strikes. Got that one a little high, let the ball travel a little bit, sent it right back where it came. A good aggressive hack where actually looks like we're going to have a pinch runner at first.
Tatum Johnson, the freshman from Chino Hills, California, comes into bat in the 8th spot for Tiana Poole.
We have a pinch runner at first base as well, number 19, Leah Nelson.
Well, Leah Nelson came in yesterday to pinch run, and she actually ended up scoring, ironically enough, the insurance run in the 7th. So will we see something similar to that here today? Super ironic and what a coincidence. But Leah Nelson stands at first. Tatum Johnson comes up to bat. This season, Johnson batting .219 in 34 games played. This will be her 35th. 7 hits. She's 7 for 32 this season. .406 slugging percentage as Johnson swings and misses, and this throw is way above on a stolen base attempt. Leah Nelson is going to go to third base. She was stealing second, and the throw from Jordan Richards as the catcher completely slipped out of her hands and went all the way into center field.
It almost had to, partner. I mean, that was 10 feet above. I think Coach McFalls is going to argue that there might have been some interference there, but I mean, it was just a hit and run, swing and miss situation. But looks like we're going to challenge it.
This could be one of the smartest plays from Coach McFalls right here. If she can get catcher interference, not only will the runner
batter interference, so it wouldn't be
batter interference. The batter would be out. Well, Leah Nelson, if this call stands as a stolen base, she will have stolen her 6th base of the season. She got a steal yesterday, ironically enough. I mean, this is almost deja vu to yesterday's top of the 7th, except the scoreline's not the same. If the throw stands, it will be an error for Jordan Richards, the first one of the game.
I got a feeling. I just don't have a great feeling about this for the Jayhawks, partner. I'm not really sure that Johnson did anything other than just swing the bat and stand there. It looked like probably just an errant throw from Richards.
Kansas would be hoping that there is batter interference on this one so that it wouldn't turn into a situation like this. No outs and a runner on third. Leah Nelson, the senior from Davenport, Iowa, gets used as a pinch runner so much and got used yesterday as well. I mean, just a big-time situation here. Well, KU, like we said, this is their senior day. This is their last game of the season. They will be in the Big 12 tournament next weekend in Oklahoma City, May 11th through the 13th. So be on the lookout for that. Unfortunately, we won't be there to broadcast the games on the Jayhawk Sports Network, but You can watch those games on ESPN Plus Big 12 Now in Oklahoma City next weekend. All of the games. See if the Jayhawks can go on a little winning streak in that tournament.
I'm surprised this has taken this long. Maybe this is closer than I thought.
Let's see what the umpire calls here. Home plate umpire going to make the decision here. Keely Young. And they say that there was no batter interference despite the review. It was a valiant effort, honestly, by Coach McFalls to even just try to bail Jordan Richards out.
Yeah, especially it being in the 7th inning. You get another challenge. You might as well use it to see if there's a chance because you really don't want the Cyclones to get another insurance run here, especially with nobody out now, only 60 feet away.
0-1 is the count to Tatum Johnson with Leah Nelson, like Brock said, just 60 feet away at third base. There's the 0-1, and this one's fouled off down the left field line by Johnson. It's now 0-2. If Katie Brooks could make it out of this with no runs allowed, it would be one of the all-time performances in the 7th inning. Just trying to keep it a one-run game. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Johnson. Just outside, it's ball 1.
I like the pitch that time, though, from Katie Brooks. Don't want to throw anything over the heart of the plate, especially to a power hitter like Johnson in an 0-2 count. Tried to see if she'd chase one. Good eye, though.
1-2 is the count to Tatum Johnson. Johnson hits this one, might score a run. Haley Kripe grounds it at second and makes the throw to first, and the runner stays at third. What a play by Haley Kripe. She just stared down Leah Nelson at third. She said, if you take off for home, I am throwing you out.
And with the infield in like that, a good, smart base running decision that time by Nelson.
Yeah, Leah Nelson makes a smart call there, but still 1 out. Here is Camille Marin, who is 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Here's the first pitch. Marin hits this one to Haley Kripe. Haley Kripe's going to go home. Richards makes the catch, but she's safe at home. Leah Nelson is safe, and it's 2-0 Cyclones. Not only is Leah Nelson safe at home, but Camille Marin gets her 3rd base hit of the game, and with 1 out, it's a fielder's choice. It's 2-0 Cyclones. They get an insurance run.
Yeah, that was really aggressive base running by Nelson that time. That ball wasn't hit nearly as hard on the ground, and when she realized that, put her head down, good hustle home, beat the throw by a good amount.
First pitch up high to Malaysia Ochoa, who is 0 for 2 today with a ground out to short in the first, a strikeout in the 5th. She did a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd as well. So 0-1 count. Runner on first. Maybe a double play ball here from Brooks. This could be. Anderson steps on third, throws over to second in time, so they get the leadoff runner, or they'd rather get the lead runner. So Camille Marin is out at second for the 2nd out. Malaysia Ochoa will make it to first. They almost turned 2. Now there's 2 outs here in the 7th. Looks like Jamie Pinkerton, the head coach of the Iowa State Cyclones, is talking to the home plate umpire right now about something. Maybe it's a pinch hitter, maybe it's a pinch runner.
Looks like a pinch hitter, possibly.
Yep, I think so, because it would have been Michaela Ramos who comes up, and instead of Ramos, looks like it's going to be, once she turns around and we get the number, it's going to be Angelica Gonzalez, the senior from San Juan Capistrano, California. Went to San Juan Hills High School, batting .111 on the season, just 19 games played. This is her 20th. She's 1 for 9 this season with a single, or rather a double. My apologies. So she hit a double in her 1 hit of the year. She fouls this one off on the first pitch. It's 0-1. Standing over at first is Malaysia Ochoa. Up to bat right now is Angelica Gonzalez. That was after Michaela Ramos, the 2nd hitter in the order, went 0 for 3 in this game. They decided to make a substitution. Here's the 0-1 from Katie Brooks. That one's beautifully pitched inside at the knees of Gonzalez for strike 2. It's 0-2. Brooks looking to pitch her 19th pitch of the game right now. Trying to give KU a 2-run deficit heading into the 7th. Here's the 0-2 from Brooks. That's up high at around the helmet area of Gonzalez for ball 1. Some stats in this game: 2-0 Iowa State, 8 hits for the Cyclones, 5 for the Jayhawks, 1 error for KU, coming from Jordan Richards in the catcher position. Gonzalez takes the 1-2, gets a hold of this one, and it'll go foul into the right side stands.
Well, good job battling this at bat by the pinch hitter.
Yeah, I mean, it's always just a different situation when a pinch hitter comes in, but making Katie Brooks have to throw more pitches than she would want right now is definitely a good sign. Here's the 1-2 to Gonzalez. That one's outside of the strike zone. It's 2-2. Still standing at first is Malaysia Ochoa. She'll be off and running on any contact. She actually does have 9 stolen bases this season on 11 attempts, so maybe she can go for double digits here if she can steal. The 2-2 is outside in the same location as the last pitch. It's now a full count to Angelica Gonzalez. Angelina Allen is on deck. She is 1 for 3 in this game. Had a double in the first. Who knows if she'll come up to bat or maybe be pinch hit for, but she's on deck. Here's a 3-2. This one's high in the sky out to right field. Peyton Renzi's under it, and the senior on senior day makes the grab for the 3rd out here in this top of the 7th. Kansas, final game of the regular season. They have an all to do here at Arocha. Heading into the bottom of the 7th, they trail by 2. We'll be right back after this. 2-0 Cyclones on senior day at Arocha. Alrighty, so it is the bottom of the 7th inning, and the final, what could be the final inning of the season for the Kansas Jayhawks, at least in the regular season. And it is the senior, Peyton Renzi, to lead off for the Jayhawks, trailing by 2 runs. It's 2-0, bottom of the 7th. Kansas 23-26 on the season. Iowa State 24-28. Who will get the final win of the year in Big 12 play before we head to postseason play in the Big 12 tourney? Saya Swain remains out in the circle for Iowa State. Super good performance from her. She pitched yesterday, has a 3.61 ERA. She has 119 strikeouts. Unreal performance for her this season. Renzi takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. It goes Renzi, then Jordan Richards, and then Shayna Espy. The bottom of the order. The 7, 8, 9 hitters. The 1-0 pitch is down low for ball 2. Well, the ball-to-strike ratio today for Saya Swain hasn't been the best. She's thrown more balls than strikes, but she has done a good job limiting the damage for the Jayhawks. Remember, they had the bases loaded last inning and weren't able to convert. Here's the 2-0. Renzi takes the next pitch up high. It's now 3-0. It's worth mentioning that Jordan Richards will not hit next. It'll be Addison Purvis, who is right now standing in the on-deck circle.
Yeah, a leadoff walk is exactly what the Jayhawks would love to see.
And they're going to get that, a 4-pitch walk for Peyton Renzi.
A good sign. Saya Swain didn't really even come close to the strike zone in that at-bat, and because of that, it looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
We might get a pitching change here, and if you can believe it, Ellie Spellhog is going to come back into the game to finish off this game. She pitched the first 5 innings, and now she's going to come back in to say, hey, I'm going to finish the job here. I'm going to finish what I started.
That is something so unique about softball compared to baseball is pitchers, when they're taken out, they re-enter and go back in the circle. So she'll just have to throw a couple more warm-up pitches, and she'll try and close the game out that she started with somebody in between.
Wow. Sometimes you just cannot make this stuff up. Well, Addison Purvis is the next hitter for the Jayhawks. Hasn't hit yet this series, but she has a good batting average of .214. She's 3 for 14 this season. 3 RBIs and 1 double. But she has a runner on first now, who is Peyton Renzi, hoping that she can bring her home or bring herself home. KU needs 2 runs. Ellie Spellhog threw 68 pitches before she was replaced by Saya Swain. This will be her 69th. Purvis takes strike 1 down the middle for an 0-1 count. Having trouble seeing right now, the fans on their feet here at Arocha, supporting the Jayhawks in their final endeavor at Arocha this season.
A little surprised that we aren't seeing Lyric Moore step in the box, the team's leading hitter in terms of average. Didn't get the start today.
Purvis swings and misses on the next pitch. It's 0-2. She was late on that one.
Moore was 2 for 3 yesterday, too, so maybe we're saving her for a later pinch hit opportunity this inning.
Who knows? Shayna Espy is on deck, but she's in the batter's circle right now, or she's in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-2 to Purvis. Check swing. Did she go? Yes, she did, and a strikeout to Purvis. A 3-pitch strikeout, that is.
It was a weird appeal to first base. You'd think they'd go to the second base umpire to see if she went around as a left-handed batter.
Keith Kearney standing at first, the first place umpire. Frederick Ewald right now at second. We saw him behind the plate yesterday. Behind the plate today is Keely Young. Here's Shayna Espy up. 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left field. Has a runner on first. Takes the first pitch down and away towards the outside of the strike zone for ball 1. On deck is Presley Limbaugh, the top of the order. Peyton Renzi stands on first. Espy's a senior. She's going to take another ball towards the outside for a 2-0. Renzi's a senior. Espy is a senior. Can they deliver in their senior day? It's 2-0 right now to Espy. Spellhog delivers. Espy fouls this one off down the left field line. It's 2-1. KU looking for their 6th hit of the game. They have 5 right now.
Multiple opportunities in this one the Jayhawks are going to look back on and wish they could have came through with a 2-out RBI hit.
Espy fouls this one off on the next pitch. Is the exact same spot down the left field line, and now it's 2-2. Well, I think Espy at least advanced the runner at this point. A strikeout would be it would hurt a lot. It really would. Spellhog with 2 strikeouts today, looking for her 3rd right here on the 2-2 pitch with 1 out to Shayna Espy. That's one's inside. That's going to be a ball. It's a full count to Espy. If she would get on base, the tying run would be at first. The winning run would come to the plate. That would be Presley Limbaugh. Spellhog has 2 strikeouts. She's had a great game. Here's the 3-2. Espy hits this one to first. The tag is made. So Espy is out. Advancing to second is Renzi. And now there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. That's a 3 unassisted right there.
The tying run comes into the batter's box here. With a chance, one swing of the bat to tie this ball game up. However, Limbaugh does not have any home runs on the season.
Limbaugh with Haley Harper on deck. They want to bring her up for sure.
Exactly right. That's who they want in the batter's box.
This is hit to short. It's going to go through the gap. It is going to be a base hit with 2 outs for Presley Limbaugh. She swung at the first pitch, and this game continues. And now it's Haley Harper.
Exactly. We're going to get to see Haley Harper, the team's hottest hitter, a person who homered in yesterday's ball game. It was her second one of the season, with a chance to win it for the Jayhawks with one swing of the bat. If she can leave the yard or find a gap, will likely tie this ball game with Limbaugh's speed at first base.
We get a circle visit, not from the head coach of the Cyclones, just from the infield with Sarah Tyree, Alicia Ranches, Casey Simpson, Carly Spellhog. And then we got Camille Marin, who's behind home plate. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. What a fitting way to end this season. Runners on the corner, 2 outs, 2-0 Cyclones. Haley Harper, the hottest offensive player on the team. Harper fouls this one. It'll be an 0-1.
A good aggressive hack that time. She was right on that pitch. Just swung a little underneath it.
This could be, oh, sorry, partner.
Right into the glove of the catcher is all I was going to say. You're good.
And I was going to say this could be Harper's final at-bat at Arocha Ballpark. What a fitting way to finish the job at Arocha. She could deliver. Check swing, and she went. Wow, that is really brutal. That is a brutal call right there for Harper. She didn't think she went, and now it's 0-2.
The Jayhawks down to their final strike. Going to need Harper to dig deep, try and extend this ball game.
Here's the 0-2. Harper hits this one down the right field line. It's going to go fair. Rounding to go to third, and getting to third is going to be Presley Limbaugh. A run scores. It's 2-1. An RBI double for Haley Harper. How fitting. A senior keeps the game alive for the Jayhawks on senior day.
Yep, just a good defensive hack that time with 2 strikes. Got a pitch on the outer half of the zone. Just stuck her bat out and guided it into right field. Clutch hitting. The Jayhawks have the tying run 60 feet away.
Now it is Haley Kripe. She hit a home run yesterday. In the first inning, it was a 3-run homer. What can she do here with the tying run just 60 feet away at third base? Runners on the corner for the Jayhawks. The winning run is at first base for KU. Arocha Ballpark is getting loud right now, folks.
These are the moments you dream about if you're Haley Kripe. You're wanting to have a chance to win this ball game for your club, get the big clutch hit to tie the game, potentially win the game. She's got a chance to do so here. The Jayhawks are down to their final out still, however. So Spellhog just 1 out away from clinching the series sweep.
Spellhog got replaced by Saya Swain in the 6th. She comes back in and now has an all to do. It's the first pitch. Kripe fouls this one off towards the right foul line. It's 0-1. But one thing with KU, they do not want to get behind in the count again. Harper did a great job getting that base hit with 0-2 count. But, I mean, being down in the count in the first place with 2 outs is just a tough situation.
Spellhog not really a strikeout pitcher. Only has 2 on the ball game through 6 innings of work.
Here's the 0-1. This one's hit down the line. Is it fair? It is fair! Haley Kripe has delivered. Rounding third and coming home is Harper, and the Jayhawks walk it off on senior day. Look out, though.
Oh, my gosh.
This might be reviewed.
They're going to say
it might be reviewed, folks. It was super close to being fair. Down the left field line. Haley Kripe. It's either going to be jubilation or heartbreak. There's no in between, folks.
That ball had to be fair. It crossed over the top of the bag. That looks
so
fair to
close.
me.
So close, folks. I mean, this is probably going to take a while here. So get comfortable. The Jayhawks have either just won one with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to win it by 1, or the Cyclones will be 0-2 in the count with 2 outs. Let's see what the replay has in store here. They haven't gone to the replay yet, but I'm sure we'll get something.
Oh, they have.
Well, yeah, on the ESPN broadcast they haven't yet. I'm also trying to see if it's fair or not. They haven't shown it yet. We'll see, but you just cannot make this stuff up. You really can't. The script writers for this game are getting paid double. Kansas scoring what could be 3 runs on Senior Day could have just won the game.
An unreal possible ending. Kind of a weird scene. The Jayhawks team's pouring out of the dugout, and the umpires are telling them to go back in. I thought maybe the third base umpire originally called it foul. He was just saying, don't come out yet because we are going to officially challenge this. A crazy scene, something I've never seen before. I'm very, very interested to see what the final call is going to be. As you said, partner, this is probably going to take some time.
The KU fans, the KU players, all dancing right now. They think they've won the game. Haley Kripe is standing at second. If this call is upheld, she won't have to stand there anymore. The game will be over. If the call is overturned, she'll be back at home plate, so she just waits. Haley Harper, Peyton Renzi, Ashlyn Anderson, Jordan Richards, and Shayna Espy, all seniors today. It would definitely fill up their hearts if KU would have walked it off here after trailing 2-0 heading into the bottom of the 7th. And we wait. They still, on the ESPN broadcast at least, have not shown any replays, so it's all up to the umpire crew right now.
How crazy would this be if this is a foul ball?
Wow.
It would be 0-2 as well. Back into the batter's box.
It would be 0-2.
To try and replicate all the energy and all the adrenaline she just had.
Everybody in Arocha Ballpark right now on their feet, including me and Brock.
It was a perfectly placed hit as well, right down the line, which gave Harper plenty of time to score from first base.
This wait is almost like if you're at the end of a class and there's 10 minutes left in the period and you're just waiting to go home for summer break. This is what it feels like right now. It's taking so long. They're playing, you got the right to party right now, the Travis Kelce anthem for the Chiefs. KU fans hoping to party after this one if the call is upheld and it's fair. The game would be over.
Jayhawks could really use a win here, too. Obviously, they'll drop the first 2 games of this series. They're trying to avoid being swept in their final series at home, especially wanting to win on
that
Senior
looks
Day.
fair, partner. Oh, wow, that's tough.
That is close.
That is
closer
so
than I thought.
I cannot tell, but it looks like it might be foul.
Wow.
It might be foul, partner. That is about as close as it gets right there, but I think it's
how are they going to be able to overturn that, though?
I don't know. Right now,
it has to be clear and concise evidence.
It has to be clear and concise. Right now,
oh, man.
Here we go. Here's the call.
They call her safe.
They call her safe, and the Jayhawks win it. What a way to end Senior Day. What a way to end the season at Arocha Ballpark, folks. Wow.
You know, when we saw that replay that time, it was closer than I thought originally, and I honestly thought there was a chance that could be overturned, but at the end of the day, the umpires had to decide it was not clear. There wasn't enough clear and concise evidence to overturn the call. So the Jayhawks get the big win here on Senior Day.
Wow, folks. They were trailing 2-0 here coming into the bottom of the 7th. It was an insurance run by the Cyclones in the top of the 7th to put them up 2-0. And the Jayhawks do today what they could have done yesterday. They walk it off with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th to win it. They might not have won the series, but my gosh, it still feels good to win.
It does, and you know what finally started to happen in the 7th inning? All ball game long, we talked about it, timely hitting for the Jayhawks. They weren't getting the hits with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Well, then the 2-out rally comes across here in the 7th after Haley Harper's clutch base hit and then Haley Kripe following it up with the walk-off. The Jayhawks went 6 2/3 innings of this 7-inning ball game without scoring a run and end up winning 3-2. How about that?
How about it? It doesn't matter what you do unless you win the game. And Kansas won here at Arocha Ballpark. Wow, so we have a triple whammy right now for the Jayhawks. Not only do they win on a walk-off, they win on Senior Day, and going back to earlier on in the game, Haley Kripe might actually have a SportsCenter top 10 play with a diving catch earlier on in the game in the infield. So, my goodness, I mean, what a game. What a game. Well, folks, I'll let Brock say what he needs to, but I'm going to read some final stats right now. So Kansas wins it 3-2.